Hey everyone, this is my run on Blue Pulse Shinryu stage, and this run is going to be the standard Kam'lanaut and Machina Blitz, ignoring every single mechanic in this run. If your damage in BT mode is high enough, you can actually do the fight without any sort of wind elemental attacks at all, because the bosses will die before they build their force gauge, and the 49% green aura doesn't really matter because the boss will be dead once the BT mode is over. The party that I used is Kam'lanaut and Machina with Penelo as the force gauge and summon charger. All three of them are force level 30, and both Kam'lanaut and Machina does have 505 ultimate weapon, but on that being said, the ultimate weapon on Kam'lanaut isn't actually required. You can just have any other BT weapon equipped. The bosses on this fight are quite tanky because they each have 90 million HP for a total of a 180 million HP pool. So with that being said, what I actually did is also spend one additional turn having Kam'lanaut use his BT plus at the start of the fight, because his BT plus aura does help push damage a little bit as well. So the starting turn order is just Kam'lanaut first, setting up his call and BT plus, and then Machina using the Seed Rain Space Call just to charge the summon meter a little bit. I did use 2 Awakenings with Machina at the start, and that's just to slightly charge the summon meter. You don't have to do it if you don't really mind about the turn count, but because I want to keep the turn count at 3, for that reason I used just 2 Awakenings, and I actually didn't use Machina's LD there, because the LD would increase the turn count. On Penelo's turn, what I did with her is just spam S1 and S2, and then I did give her the Seymour LD call, and I used that to break both bosses when their brave has reset, like so. And this also helps to charge the summon meter a little bit as well. The goal is to hit 100% summon and force gauge meter, and again right here, if you're not too fast about the turn count, you don't really have to worry about the summon meter, you can just continue on without. Because Penelo is essentially just spamming S1 and S2, I did speed up this portion of the video considerably in relation to the other sections of the fight. If you don't have Seymour LD call, just use your best HP damage up debuffing call that you have. Once Penelo is done, I swap her out for the Garnet friend support, and Garnet's first turn is always a free turn, so I use that to use her BT plus without increasing the turn count. The summon mode here is essentially just to help me retain the turn count while I complete my setup and go into force mode. The ideal situation is you want Machina taking 4th turn inside summon mode, and if it's 1 turn too early, you can use Garnet's additional ability to push his turn back, but if everything follows the same order, you should get the same turn order inside summon mode as well. Kam'lanaut will have 1 turn before Machina, so I use that to go into FR mode with Kam'lanaut. To maximize damage inside Machina's burst mode, what you want of course is to enter BT mode when there's exactly 7 turns of force time remaining. So for that reason, what I do here is to have the Seed Rain's LD call first, so that I can do the launch and increase the force bonus by 80%, and also this enables of course Machina to launch. The last 2 turns inside summon mode is Machina using LD twice. This will allow him to get first turn after summon, and also start his BT mode with exactly 7 turns of force time remaining. So the BT mode is pretty straightforward. At this point the battle is more or less over. What you want is to just spam his HP attack on both bosses. My Machina does have the 5/5 ultimate weapon, but as you will see later, I did actually kill off one of the bosses slightly early. So I think this leads me to believe that the strategy should be doable without 5/5 ultimate weapon on Machina as well. Although the very least you should try to aim for is something along the lines of maybe a 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 ultimate weapon, because it does boost his damage output considerably. While I'm mopping up the bosses just a little bit in terms of the call setups, the Seymour LD call, like I said earlier, can be replaced by any other debuffing call that helps you to boost the HP damage that you will do. As for the other two calls, which is the Seed Rains and Kurasame call, unfortunately I don't think that there would be any other call alternatives. You can of course self-enchant Ice on Machina with something like a Cater call, but then he wouldn't be able to launch, and you need to somehow have like a selfie friend support or something in order to achieve this, and that can potentially work, but you have a considerably higher turn count because you wouldn't then be able to slot in a Garnet friend support. One final note, you can do the run without using any awakenings on Machina at the start. What you can do instead at the start is to use the Seed Rains LD call, but the trade-off there is that you can only then start Machina's BT mode with 8 turns of pause time remaining instead of 7, leading to a slightly lower BT mode damage. However, if you do have a 5/5 ultimate weapon on Machina, even that is enough to actually kill off the bosses within the BT mode. Lastly, even if you did not kill the bosses within the BT mode, it isn't the end of the world. You can also take the next few turns to finish off the bosses as well. Your characters of course will be delayed by the green aura, but that shouldn't matter because the bosses will die before they get their first turn. That's pretty sweet damage considering that the bosses only have a total of 180 million HP. Anyway, that's it for this run. As always, if the video has been helpful, please leave a like, comment or subscribe because it really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Shinryu fight. Bye!